What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this, we have 2 years in India, how my real life looks now. Looks here now. How my real life here looks now. Before we jump in, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Also, if you like support this channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit that join button to receive your exclusive benefits. Now let's dive right in.
India is surrounded by myths and stereotypes. When I tell people from outside that I live in India, they either imagine my home as a Maharaja palace, like assuming that I must be really rich, or they see me as a part of a large traditional household, thinking that my own way of life, the way of life that I'm used to, has completely changed. Well, the truth is, it's neither. My life is neither. In fact, my life looks pretty much like it could be anywhere else in the world.
Really?
Yes, that's the perks and tragedies of globalization. And this is what I'll be showing you in this video, what my real life in India looks like, not what people imagine it to look like. I moved to India 2 years ago. I didn't come here to find a short-term shelter. I came here to build a new life and a new home from scratch.
That's amazing.
Even though I moved here for the love of India and for my family, I still moved to a completely new country. No matter how much I wanted to be here, I could not forgo the adventures that always come with relocation. Moving to a new country seems romantic unless you actually do it. When we arrived, we couldn't even find a house. Well, like anyone else, ask an immigrant, ask a person who just moved to some other country, and you'll see they'll all have like similar challenges.
Yeah.
I had the same challenges. No matter where you move, you have the same challenges.
That makes sense. Yeah. I feel like, because it's hard. Like, do you get things set up like before you move? Get things like a house and everything set up. So when you move, it's there already. But how do you do that? So I can understand moving over and it's like, all right, now we got to figure out where to live. Now we got to figure out a house and we got to figure out all these things now that we're moving. But I feel like it would be easy to definitely have that set up ahead of time if possible.
So at some point, we even thought we'd have to hop between the Airbnbs forever. And trust me, this is not a fun thing to do when you have a 3-year-old kid. And then one day, we walked into a dosa shop and Shrikant, my husband, started doing what all of us do when we are desperate. He started talking to random people. And that was my first reminder, which I almost forgot after 10 years in Germany. You can actually talk to people you don't know. And it feels good. Long story short, one day later, we moved into the most gorgeous heritage home with the kindest landlord we could wish for. And that happened just one day before Diwali. So finding our first home here was the first of the magical occurrences that started happening all the time since our move to India. Yes, I said magic. You may think that I've gone mad, magic, but it's truly one of the most profound ways in which India has changed me. I started noticing magic everywhere around me.
Really?
Things that could not happen, happened. Things that could happen, didn't. And no, I'm not talking about bureaucracy here, and not even about the traffic. If you believe in energies, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. India is a country of contrasts. You see extreme opposites next to each other all the time. In landscapes, in people, in cities, and everything you see is, of course, real India. That's why they say that as an outsider, you either love the country or you hate it.
Yeah, I feel like there's so many different. India is such a diverse country, though. There's so many different parts of India that are like, here it's like this, here it's like that, here it's like, it's so different. And like she said, they could be right parts of India right next to each other, but it's completely different. I've seen from so many vloggers that have went over to India and whether they visited villages or big cities or diverse landscapes, or it just, India has so much. India really has like every kind of landscape that you can think of. They have. You want snow, they got it. You want heat all the time, they got it. You want tropical rainforest, you what you want? What you India has it.
How you feel about it, it solely depends on what you choose to focus on. And if you can read between the lines, this refers to pretty much everything in your life. The year I moved to India, I was at a kind of lost stage of my life. I felt completely disconnected with my business, I felt purposeless, another business went bust, I was learning to be a good parent to a toddler. And worst thing, I actually felt that I was drifting away from the way I really wanted to live. I went away from my values and what was important for me.
Can't drift from those.
In fact, that feeling was exactly what prompted our move to India altogether. I know, it sounds like a cliche. A girl goes to India in search of life purpose and spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
But I want to be brutally honest here. I moved to India to live a normal life like any other ambitious middle class person would, with all its challenges and joys. I have my family here. So I just strive to live a healthy life. And that's why I chose to settle not in a city, but a kind of in a modern village. I craved community, beautiful and comfortable spaces, tropical weather, and the atmosphere that sparks creativity rather than kills it. Because I was in that atmosphere before. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a content creator, so I wanted to be in a place which is full of life and can be infinite source of inspiration. So
I'm so glad she found where she belonged. Like as she was going through this period, it seemed like where she was kind of lost. It seemed like she was kind of lost in who she was, and like her values and beliefs and everything were kind of lost as well. And she needed to find herself again. And so, in moving to India, it sounds like that really helped her to find herself again and probably learn new things about herself, become a new person in a sense. She moved to a country that's full of life, and I'm not sure what kind of entrepreneur she is. As she said, she's a content creator, and India is definitely full of life. But yeah, it sounds like almost like needing that spiritual awakening, like she said earlier.
the place where I live right now, in rural India, in the smallest state of the country, is exactly this type of a place. Whenever I feel out of balance, I have everything right here to get back to myself. When I
love
wake up
that.
in the morning, I rush to the backyard where I can watch the sunrise. In this way, my life starts with the biggest nature wonder. It starts with beauty and the reminder that every single day is a new beginning. Every single day, I can start from scratch. I drop my daughter to school, picking up flowers on the way.
I love it so
I
much.
cycle to yoga through lanes of mango trees, guessing how many buckets of mangoes can be picked. I go to the fishermen and watch them pulling the daily catch out of the ships.
Oh, wow.
It reminds me how generous the ocean is.
Dang.
I visit my favorite temple, which opens its doors straight into the water, and think that real
Oh,
spirituality lies where humans merge with the forces of nature.
This is so awesome. Look at that site, was absolutely freaking gorgeous. Like my day. To be able to just go in the backyard, watch the sunrise, like it sounds like she was able to reconnect with herself whenever she's feeling off balance, she's feeling out of sync. She's in a place where she can quickly find herself again, find that balance, get back in sync, lock back in.
Okay, now that I told it and showed it, it really feels like a very idyllic picture that I'm living a very holistic, beautiful, and relaxed life. And I
Yeah.
need to tell you the truth. It's still the
Okay.
bigger, much bigger part of my day
Talk
goes
to me. Talk
to
to me.
work, to doing errands, to being a householder, to being a family person, to actually going through the normal things of life which are not shown on social media because it's just straight boring. But in the end of the day, I always choose what to focus on, and I always bring myself back to the balance with doing what I do, with connecting with the nature and with the things around me in the environment. And this is what, in the end, fundamentally makes me happy. So now, after 2 years here, I can clearly see how India changed me. The unbelievable natural beauty with which I start the day and end it gives me peace of mind and sparks my creativity in a way I didn't know was even possible.
I love that.
I learned to
so
live in a
much.
managed chaos, which follows its own rules, because this is what our lives always are, wherever we live. Let's face it, order and predictability are just an illusion. The more I dive into the culture and natural wealth of the country, the more I appreciate the beauty and diversity of our universe. I now have a strong belief that everything is possible. But did you notice one thing? To change your life, you truly don't need to move to India. You don't need to move anywhere at all. Whatever I told you about, you can find, even if in a different form, in any place you live. India
love
changed
that.
my life, or so I thought. My real change happened from within.
Mm. You hear
Thank you
that?
for watching this video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Although moving to India changed her life, the real change was within. So, like she said, no matter where you are in the world, changing your surroundings definitely could help. I mean, definitely for her, it sounds like it made a world of a difference. But I guess what's more importantly is changing from the inside. If you're not happy with yourself or where you are, You got to find out. Like, we only got one life, and we have such a short amount of time on this earth. And for you to be miserable during that time is unacceptable. Go chase and fight for your happiness. That's all we got. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Check out the next one. I'll see y'all next time.